Jimmy Key.
Jimmy Key, very, very important.
With Merrill at second, Larry McCoy at third, Mike Riley down the line in left, Joe Brinkman down the line in right. One away.
Fastball so far from Jimmy Key. When you're hitting those kind of locations, there's no reason to go to anything else. He's going to try to cut one inside here.
And Vizquel lets it hit him, so Omar will trot down to first, and the Indians with the first inning base runner.
I think you call that properly too, Joe.
3 balls and a strike on Manny Ramirez. Into center field, well hit. Brady Anderson at the track at the wall. He won't get this one. Manny Ramirez, a 2-run first inning home run. And the Indians jump out in front here in game 2.
Ramirez hit the ball to right center field last night in the first inning that Brady Anderson climbed the wall, made the great catch, saving a home run, but not even Brady Anderson can climb up that high. Baltimore dugout. What they want to do defensively, depending on the count and the hitter.
They can't defend that either. Matt Williams, a base hit to left field. A hit batsman, a home run, now a single, and Jimmy Key has had a rough first inning.
You see the ST, that means straight away. All that information is entered into a very expensive computer, and then a coach stands up on the top step with a towel.
Williams running, got a great jump and steals second. He stole 12 during the regular season. That's his first in this postseason.
Prior to this season, Williams took off. He went to the plate, and Williams has his first postseason stolen base.
Now it's second with 1 out, and Justice is drilled on the front hip. Second hit batsman of this first inning for Jimmy Key.
Catcher sets up to give themselves an extra jump.
0-2 to Alomar. The opposite way, tough play for the other Alomar. And the short hop picked up by Palmeiro, 2 gone.
Load up there at the plate.
That Cliff Fernandez, I believe, it gets away from Hoyles. Now the home plate umpire finally calls dead ball. The signal that Fernandez was indeed hit, and the runners will return. It'll be bases loaded, 2 out, and that's 3 hit batsmen. The runners will go again. And Jimmy Key avoids a tremendous first inning with that strikeout of Kevin Seitzer. That swing produced the only runs. Charles Nagy.
See Nagy's numbers for the season, Tim mentioned earlier, very...
Anderson leading off and grounding to first for Kevin Seitzer. And the leadoff man for the Orioles is gone. Just about the same spot that Brady Anderson went deep. That was a 2-run shot and a 3-0 lead. Alomar the other way. Bit Roberts at the wall to make the catch. 2 out.
Good.
2 out, nobody on. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Davis off the hands into left center field. Charles Nagy goes right through the Orioles. 1, 2, 3 here in the first inning. We played 1 in game 2, and the Indians lead by 2. Based in Pompano Beach, Florida. At the controls, Captain Dick Ash from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Happy to have them with us. Here's Marquise Grissom with a base hit to right. Second hit of this ALCS, and here come the Indians again here in the second.
Able to put together following that.
1 on, nobody out, and Roberts the ground ball to Ripken. Only play at first, close but out. 1 away.
If you're a designated hitter like Justice is, he doesn't have a chance to go out and loosen it up by playing defense.
Now Vizquel, the little pop-up into shallow left. In comes Surhoff to make a diving catch for the second out. Trying to get into it. The Indians got too early on a home run by the man at the plate. Strike three over the inside corner. And Key runs one inside, caught the corner, strikes out his third of the night. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Cleveland.
Down low and away, up and in, tried to go in with the breaking ball that Palmeiro pulled foul.
That's pulled down the right field line fair. Ramirez over to dig it out, kicks it out in the corner, and Palmeiro ends up at second to start the second inning.
The bobble, then went to second.
So a leadoff double now, B.J. Surhoff. Into center field, well hit. Grissom back to get it. Palmeiro tags and moves to third. He's there with one out.
Back inside.
Into left field, track, wall, tie game. Ripken ties this game at 2 here in the second. And a weak tap by Baines as Nagy takes care of it. 2 gone.
Let's take a look at Cal Ripken and the hit zone. What kind of anything above the belly button is a ball, even though technically from the bottom of the letters to the belly button is supposed to be a strike.
That's well hit into right. Ramirez back to get it to end the inning. A leadoff double by Rafael Palmeiro. Cal Ripken with a runner at third, one out.
Fastball away.
And that's strikeout number 4 for Jimmy Key as Matt Williams is gone here in the third inning.
Out letting the catcher know it.
And with one out, nobody on, David Justice cues one to the left side. And no chance for Jimmy Key. An infield hit for Justice. He's on base for the second time tonight. And win it in the 9th inning, forcing Game 5, which they won 4-3 over the World Champion Yankees. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Alomar the other way. Roberto kicks this one, and the only play is at first. Roberto had dreams of an inning-ending double play. Instead, it's just
how Jimmy Key likes to go about getting hitters out.
Will he swing on 3-0, taking ball 4 up and away, 2 on, 2 out. And Seitzer gets another chance. First walk handed out by Jimmy Key, and now to the left side for the shortstop Fording. And Seitzer now has left 5 runners on base. We're only through 2.5 here in Game 2. Indians and Orioles tied at 2. Loss to the Yankees at Jacobs Field. Has yet to walk a hitter tonight. Fordick gets into one to left. Roberts back, has room, one away. The leadoff man is gone. And with that, we remind you, it's Saturday. It's Game 3. 2-2 game in the third. And on 4 straight, a walk to Brady Anderson.
Nibble early, then the count becomes in the hitter's favor. That's when you get damage, like Ramirez did to Jimmy Key on the 3-1 pitch.
To the second baseman, Fernandez. The flip behind him for the out, on to first, not in time.
Look at that play.
That's it short. Fernandez playing second tonight because of that guy. Into left field, down the line, off the bat of Davis. Alomar will stop at second. Roberts kicks it out and left. His throw to the infield too late. That'll be an error, and it's second and third, 2 out. Tie game here in the third inning. Over the outside corner, struck him out, and a perfect time for Nagy's first strikeout of the night. We've played 3 here in Game 2 in Baltimore. Indians and Orioles tied 2-2. But the Indians have left 6 runners on. into left field. Grissom's 2 for 2. So the leadoff man is on for Cleveland again. It's Grissom again, and we will give you a... You mentioned it last time, Tim. Grissom not having any problems reading that move, and there he goes. No throw by Hoyles, and Grissom is in at second with his first steal of the postseason. He had no trouble at all picking up the move by Jimmy Key.
A running jump at first base. Take the chance.
Roberts into right center field. Brady Anderson has to go back. Makes the catch, but Grissom tags and goes to third. And Brady Anderson had a tough time reading that ball. It was a little...
One up on a 2-0 count. Pitching very carefully, the number 2 hitter with a dangerous hitter on deck.
Go ahead run at third. And ball 4 high and away to Vizquel. Makes it first and third, 1 out. And Ramirez coming in, and Davey Johnson to the phone. To the left side for Ripken. Out at second. Got them both. Five, 4, 3 to end the threat.
Vizquel going into second base with a vengeance.
Now B.J. Surhoff lines a base hit to right center to start the bottom of the 4th. And here come the Orioles after that big double play turn to the top of the inning. On the move, and Ripken shoots one into left center for Marquise Grissom. Nagy battled back to get Ripken. 1 out. Back to first is Surhoff, and we remind you, spread it around. And still has power the opposite way. The opposite way into left field for a 1-out hit, and it's 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th. Find to right, back in the 2nd. To third for Williams. The step and the throw for the inning-ending 5-3 double play. That's the way the top of the 4th inning ended. It's the way the bottom half ends here in game 2. 5th inning, tied at 2. Throughout the postseason, here's Scott Kamenecki. He takes over for Jimmy Key, who dodged bullets. Product of that farm system, and his first year, a 10-game winner with the Orioles. To the right side, this is a long run for Palmeiro. And a heck of a grab, falling over the tarp for the out, 1 away. To go through the first 2 Indians here in the 5th inning. Williams fouled out on a great play by Palmeiro. And justice back to Kamenecki. 2 out. Well, game 4 of this American. What will Alomar get? Again with a count 2-2. Drive into right. Eric Davis puts it away, and the Indians go in order in the top of the 5th inning. Halfway through game number 2. Tied at 2.
Tried to sign free agent pitchers, realizing that pitching was much needed, particularly starters.
Bordick flies to left, right at Bip Roberts. Bordick is the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Talked about it a moment ago. We'll tell you again that Saturday it's game 3 of the American League Championship Series
against a team like the Baltimore Orioles with Brady Anderson, Alomar, Palmeiro.
This is Fernandez to his right. Bad throw, and Anderson is safe. Anderson not going all out down the line, and Fernandez with that little easy flip. Month and a half. He's at first with 1 out. Running again on 3-2, and Fernandez to his left. That's a heck of a play to throw across his body for the 2nd out of the inning.
Some guys would be caught in between, making a pivot.
He was opening up a little bit at home plate. He has an open stance and steps in the bucket a little bit.
To the third baseman, Williams. Nice play to his left. High throw, but little shift by Seitzer on the other end to end the inning. Nagy gets around the inning. We have played
To take advantage of Jimmy Key when he wasn't on tonight. But they failed to do that.
Fernandez into right field. Back to get it, Eric Davis, one away. Tony Fernandez retired for the first time tonight. Give you our...
He has two little boys. He'll retire at the end of this season.
Draws a one-out walk here in the 6th inning.
Well, I got news for him. That coaching a Little League team will be more nerve-wracking than that fastball up and in.
Not going, and Grissom grounds to short. They didn't start the runner. Wow. And instead of a 6-4-3 double play, Alomar unloads the throw into the seats, and Grissom down to second with...
Gives his signs very low in his crouch to avoid the shadows.
To the right side for Palmeiro. Gets a funny hop, but stays with it. Makes the play to end the inning. An error in the inning. A man left, and
How much longer Mike Hargrove and Mark Wiley are going to go with Nagy. That'll get somebody up in all probability.
leadoff base hit into right off the bat of Palmeiro. He's 2 for 3. And the 6th hit of the night. Ford could not get through 4 innings in his first start this postseason. To the first baseman, Seitzer. Out at second, and that's the only play. The force out 3-6.
And throw the softer breaking ball. The looser the grip, the harder the breaking ball, generally speaking.
Through the left side for a hit. Surhoff will take the turn, but hold. And it's first and second, one out here in the 6th inning for the Orioles. Charles Nagy. To the right side for Fernandez. The only play is at first. That's the second out of the inning, but the runners advance to second and third. 2-2 game in the 6th. 3-2 to Hoyles. He walked him on that pitch low and away to set it up for Bordick. Into right field, a hit. Surhoff scores. It gets past Ramirez in right. Ripken scores, and they hold Hoyles at third. It's a 2-run Oriole lead.
The walk to Chris Hoyles to get to Mike Bordick. Fell behind to the full count to Bordick to a fastball out.
And the pop-up should end the inning. Vizquel wants it and has it. The Orioles have their first lead of the night. They get 2 in the 6th inning. Back for the 7th after this from your local Fox station.
At least from here, it appears like Benitez.
Over the inside corner, one away to start the 7th. And the first strikeout for Kamenecki. Here's Manny Ramirez hitting only 148. Postseason did hit a 2-run home run back in the first. Gets one off the end of the bat here for Brady Anderson. 2 out.
I think the key play in this game for the Indians,
Combined for 3 hits tonight, including that 2-run home run by Ramirez back in the first. Had him played perfectly. Alomar up the middle, takes care of Williams, and the Indians go in order in the 7th. Time to stretch here in Baltimore.
On this 2-2 count.
To the right side, a fair ball taken in by Seitzer, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, right now for a Miller-Lite game break. We go to right with the bases loaded. The 6th inning, and now the Indians go to their 3rd pitcher of the night. 1 out, nobody on. Mormon 2/3 of an inning. He was perfect. Davis pops it up. Playable for Seitzer. He makes it. 2 gone. 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Our game 3 will be on Saturday afternoon here on Fox. Back in Cleveland is Paul Ossenmacher.
that pitch designed to make the breaking ball better.
Classic at bat. Classic work by Assenmacher. A 1-2-3 inning with 3 different hurlers in the 7th.
His 4th postseason appearance. Records for long relievers in particular.
One away here in the 8th.
So hard to sit on the bench for 7 innings and then come in and face
Seitzer.
Alomar tanking all the way, draws a 1-out walk.
That's a great at bat by Sandy Alomar. You don't see that too often anymore.
1 on, 1 out here for Cleveland, down by 2 in the 8th. Two out. Three balls, 2 strikes. Alomar takes off, and Thome did not go. That's the 2nd walk of the inning, and the tying runs are on here in the 8th inning for Cleveland.
Joe Torre, the manager of the Yankees, is amazed at Jim Thome. Bent defense. They're not worried about Alomar. They're worried about Thome scoring. He represents the tying run.
Into left center field. Deep left center field. Trapped. Wall. Gone. A 3-run home run for Marquise Grissom. And a 5-4 Indian lead in the 8th. Two walks in the inning and bang from Grissom. Two out, nobody on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tim Roberts ends the inning, but not before major damage. Benitez struck out the side in the 8th inning, but 2 walks and 1 swing by Marquise Grissom. 3-0 on Surhoff. And a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 8th.
Maybe even Chris Hoyle's at the plate. You may think about it.
Ripken is gone to start the inning and now argues that he foul-tipped that ball.
Jackson's numbers on the season, almost a strikeout per inning, only 59 base hits, and are programmed when they see slider rotation. It's a pitch that's usually away from them, moving away.
That's moving away into right. Manny Ramirez over to get it. 2 out here in the 8th inning, and back to first is Surhoff. Down 2-2 on Chris Hoyle's 0 for 2 tonight. Tying run at first. Inning over as Jackson comes in and shuts the door on the 8th inning, and the Indians are now 3 outs away from tying this series at 1. We go to the 9th, tying this series at 1 game apiece. They bat here in the top of the 9th inning against
Out on the ball as it comes into home plate, spins almost like a football.
Vizquel is gone to start the 9th inning. And with 1 out, that'll bring in Manny Ramirez. Williams. A 1-out walk. By the way, not going, and Williams pops up. Behind the plate for Hoyle. 2 out. Branson strikes out. The put out from Hoyle 2-3, and that's the way we sail into the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Orioles. The Indians 3 outs away from evening this series at 1. The Indians carry a 1-run lead to the field, and this one over to Jose Mesa. A leadoff walk with a 1-run lead.
That gives Baltimore probably their best base runner, base stealer.
Tying run is on here in the 9th inning. Ground ball to short, might be 2. 6-4, not in time. And the force out 6-4, 1 on, 1 out.
Tony Fernandez had too far to go.
And over the top on that breaking ball.
Now the 1-2. Blown away for the second out here in the 9th inning, and it's going to be up to Eric Davis. Tying run at first with 2 out. To the left side for Vizquel. The force out at second, ball game. Game 2 belongs to the Indians. Saved by Mesa. And this series is even at 1 game apiece as we head to Cleveland.
Extraordinary turn of events here in Baltimore. The 3-run homer by Marquis Stristle.